I believe every day's a good day when you paint.
Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? Wandering Pig, thank you so much for the sub, I appreciate that. Rusha Blue, welcome in. I hope you're feeling better, dude. I hope whatever you had wasn't sticking around. Welcome in, guys. We're gonna go ahead get started here in just a moment. Yeah, we're gonna keep working on this Storm Eagle. So I have some colors listed out. Let's get this screen up. There we go. Have I seen the new Gaius K? Yeah. Go Ben Vaughn for a single phase, yeah. Is the wording messed up on that, Mr. Lord? That's funny. I mean, I'm a Dark Eldar player in 40k, so seeing a 2-up invuln save isn't anything particularly unique because you tend to roll a bunch of 1s when you have a 2-up save. But maybe it's better. Maybe he's got a better 2-up save than everybody else's 2-up save. With a headache and vertigo? Sudden sleepiness? Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully it's nothing too crazy. That really stinks, though. Jeez. That really random. Alright, here's what I'm doing, boys and girls. We're starting with some coal black. There are 4 places. We're gonna paint here, right here, here, and right here. It's panels. We'll put maybe 2 coats of black. I know I highlighted these already, but I wasn't sure where I was painting this effect for, so the technique I'm trying, Michael Paints Minis, welcome in. So the technique, I'm going to try to paint some marble. we're gonna do some marble effect on the flaps here on the wings. That's what we're doing. Make this Storm Eagle just look extra fancy. And if I really like it, maybe I can talk myself into doing this on more vehicles. Trying it on an infantry model or something. Let's see. I think if I did this on infantry, I'd just have to do it by hand and not worry about the whole like wet wipe thing technique that people use. Marble aircraft makes sense. Yeah, for 40k, yeah, exactly. And this is 30k, so it's extra fancy. But yeah. So, should be a fun week on stream. Spearson of 40k horse heresy. Has there been two? Yeah, so one of the classics since like 3rd edition, there's been one model with a 2-up invuln, Mr. Lord. And exactly one model or one like type of model, and it's the Dark Eldar Archon since 3rd edition, and he has a shadow field, and the shadow field gives him a 2-up invuln. However, every single edition the rule is very specifically written, where when you take your 2-up invuln, you have to roll 1 dice at a time for your saves. And the first time you fail the 2-up invuln, the shadow field goes away. So naturally, hey Raja, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. How you doing today? Naturally, when you're rolling 2-up saves one at a time, dependent on a single fail to lose the entire save for the rest of the game, you roll that one, the first or second roll, a majority of the time. It's absurd how often I would roll 1s for my invuln saves for an Archon with 2-up invuln save. Chipper Phoenix, how you doing? Guys, welcome in. We had a fun week of streams. I'm looking forward. I had a fun weekend. I want to tell you guys about my weekend too. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I can actually post some pictures. I didn't even think about that yesterday, but I can post some pictures from my weekend. Be fun, but went on a hiking trip with the family. Funny enough, we planned this hiking trip and didn't even realize that it was Father's Day when we planned the trip, and then it just happened to be Father's Day on Sunday. Just snuck up on us. So it was an impromptu Father's Day hiking trip. So not doing too bad. Tired, yeah. I need to leave? Don't have home internet and hotspot slow. Oh, that's too bad. Sorry, Wondering Picked. Yeah, I had a great Father's Day. Cultured, welcome in. Yeah. So, hey, wow, you tweaked her to the gym. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, so, the painting family went on an adventure. We went to a state park in Ohio called Hocking Hills State Park. It's funny because I think my family used to go there. I had been there a couple times as a kid and never really thought twice about it. But going there as an adult, you really appreciate a lot of the stuff there. So it's a state park, and it is known, there's a couple things it's known for, but I think the biggest thing it's known for is a place called Old Man's Cave. And Old Man's Cave is a cave, and there's this whole story about, a guy that lived there as like a hermit or whatever and died and was buried in that cave or something, and now it's a state park for reasons. Sounds like a whole Old Man's Cave, yeah. But we went hiking there, and then there's a bunch of different trails and really cool stuff to see in the area. So yeah, we spent a day, we hiked and saw Old Man's Cave, and there's waterfalls and stuff, and then the second day we went and we saw more caves and and everything. And you don't think of going and seeing caves in Ohio. Like, everybody thinks of Ohio as just like flat farmland in like 3 cities. But it was pretty awesome. You got some good pictures. I'm pooped, so definitely worked as a workout here. So she calls the painting room. Yeah, it is. We play more games, Dawn of War or Turtles or something. Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime soon. I don't know, maybe Wednesday. Let's see. Paint skeleton bone without a shade. Just use basic layers and bases. Oh, cool. That sounds like a fun challenge. Night Trap. I know only one city in Ohio. We have several cities. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Frankie's in. What's going on, Frankie? Realize when I adjust my chat settings on 1, adjusts it on everything. So let's reduce that message size a little bit. Oh, that's so much better. All right. Cities, yeah. Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus are all very big cities. Right, I'm actually going to put... Yeah, we went hiking. We saw some just like gorgeous views. We went to one. There's one place in there, like there's lots of caves that we went to, but there's one place where it's like, this is the one real cave in the park. You know, it's not just like a hollowed out pit or whatever. But we went there and it was really cool. The path was a little more treacherous. We were walking, a path that's on the side of the cliff with no, like, railings or anything, and Painting Sun was not happy about it. But we made it. We didn't fall to our doom. So, very good. Just don't like the way Skeleton Horde turns out. Agrak's too dark. Be dirty when I plan for the Aurora. Okay, yeah, well, that's fair. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to be painting marble effect on these wing areas. That's the goal today. And in between, while paint's drying and everything, I'll be highlighting some other colors. That'll be the plan. Night Lord's Legionnaires are taking so long. Doing a Leviathan. Oh, nice. Yeah, so a lot of news popped up. You just use sepia. Yeah, sepia is a good color, or just like a brown wash and then highlighting up from there. Also, good ideas, like simple ideas for skeletons. But if you're wanting to have like very nice, pleasant looking skeletons for a Tomb King's army, then it makes sense that you don't want the kind of dirty, dingy colors. Sunday, it was announced those Mark IV Marines are coming out already, which is pretty insane. So I don't think I'm going to get that box. I think what I'm going to do is wait until the individual boxes of tacticals come out. That also gives me time to wait to see what else they announce, because Friday there's a big announcement stream. But yeah, we got Caiaphas Cain's coming out. The guard vehicle's finally coming out. I actually track all of the GW like announced releases, and then their dates, like their release dates. If anybody's curious, it's a pinned document on the Gaming News and Rumors channel, and I updated it yesterday, so it's fully up to date. If you've been watching that document the past month or so, you probably would have noticed that Games Workshop was running out of things to release, with one notable exception. But they've been flying by the skin of their teeth. Like where, 3 weeks ago they announced the Hedonites of Slaanesh, and then it was 2 Sundays ago. It was like a little over. It was less than 2 weeks later. They put it up for they gave its pre-order announcement. They just did the same with the Mark IV, where they announced it, and then it was like the following Sunday, right? That they or 2 Sundays later that it's up for pre-order. The guard vehicles are one that sat there for a while and as individual kits. And the other thing is Middle Earth. There's a big Rohan release. Rohan and Wild Men of Dunland and stuff release that that needs to be released, but then otherwise there was nothing on that list. He just did one. It's Ogres. Ogres are coming out for AOS, so I don't know if that's a new army, but it's a whole like range refresh. They've teased them a lot, but yeah, it's. He was talking about how hungry he is for a new release and everything, and like it's Ogres. They've teased Ogres already. They've been talking about them for a long time. That was more than 6 months ago. They showed off a big tease for Ogres coming. Yeah. They have like color teasers that are all Ogres. They never said they were Ogres, but they showed like gut plates and stuff in the teaser images. Don't own Sepia. Just got the paints the other day, so I could highlight bone. Okay, hey, nice. Yeah, well, and hopefully with the Ogres getting a refresh, I hope those old models get cycled back into the old world. Because I do like their old models. I'm sure their new models will probably look pretty good too, but I do like their classic minis. I have their 6th edition Fantasy Codex, when they had that big range refresh when a lot of those minis came out. Okay. Just to say I did it, we'll get this weapon, this missile here. I have a specific palette picked out for the marble effect. I'm hoping I can do it properly. This is my first time ever doing this, so don't judge me too harshly, please, but hopefully it'll look good. Rest of the model. Yeah, the rest of the stuff. More mechanic. So what I did, Cultured, last night, I actually made a list of all of the factions in Heresy, like the main factions, and their unreleased minis. Saying the rest of the models for the Heresy thing, like they said, it doesn't really give a clue. Because like every faction needs models moved from resin to plastic. Thank you, Chip. Tomb Kings of Bretonnia Battalion for Old World. Probably, or maybe they just keep that set. I don't know. Well, no, Tomb Kings had a battalion that leaked like 8 months ago. There's like pictures of someone had the box, and nothing ever came of it. But the Old World release is interesting because the Old World stuff has been rumored for a while, and they hint at it anyway. That kind of like soft confirmed the rumors. But it's Chaos and Cathay as a starter set. It's a 2-faction starter set for the Old World, and Chaos is getting a Chaos Dragon mini, new Warriors and new Knights, and maybe Chaos Trolls, which would be awesome because the Chaos Trolls are awful looking, the old ones. Or Chaos, yeah, it'd be Chaos Trolls. They have Chaos Ogres, they don't have Chaos Trolls, but Chaos Trolls would be cool. There was a hint at Trolls, but a Chaos Dragon would be a big deal, especially since is it Larroch or whatever his name is has rules in the game and stuff, so yeah, I think Heresy could be anything. I'm sure Marines will get something, and then maybe a Custodes Wave 2, a Mechanicum just got some stuff. Solar just got stuff. I'd say Mechanicum's probably due for a little more if we're talking one of the like non-marine factions to get something. Much Heresy's Forged toward resin, so it's hard to say. Yeah, it's not as much as you would think, Cultured. Like, they have... GW has been putting out plastic for Heresy for years at this point, and they have cleared a ton of stuff. You know, there's some tanks, there's some variants of tanks, there's some infantry for Marines that are like... Some of them are like, this can use its own kit, and some of them are like, put an upgrade sprue out, or... Yeah, it's... Yeah. The big thing I think Heresy is going to move into next is Legion-specific models in plastic. That's their next big thing. Okay. Our next color, we just did coal black. Our next color, you can kind of see my little palette down here, is Dark Sea Bin. It's this nice, like, blue-green color. It's a dark green blue. Trace needs a new model. Yeah, we'll see. Dark Mechanicum would be incredible. I think Dark Mechanicum will come to Heresy eventually. That's a win, not if question, but yeah. Alright, Dark Sea Bin. And again, guys, I have never done this before. Take a little piece of cardboard here. I got this little dry brush from Foxbite. Got a little damp. Okay. What I probably should be doing is taping off a red, but I can always touch up this red too. It's pretty easy to touch up anymore. Yeah, this is a nice color. I don't get to use it that often, so it's a good excuse to use it. But I'm just kind of stippling or like dabbing this Dark Sea Bin on here. The majority of this will end up covered up, but you want kind of that randomness in how it's applied, and we gotta let for the rest of this. Dry. Right, let's give us a minute here. Hey, Marathon, what's up? Bringing the attitude, you're going like Greenleaf terrain here. I don't think they're gonna do upgrade sprues, honestly. I would like them to do upgrade sprues, Night Trap, but I think they're going to put Legion-specific Marines with bits in there that can easily work on other minis to make Legion-specific troops. This guy, whoa, snap. Got him. We do have a lot of highlights. Mainly the only highlight I've done is on the red. All the white gold I did, was that Thursday? I spent 3 hours just highlighting this mini, the red on this mini. Pretty wild. Yeah, once we start putting coats on here, when we're waiting for things to dry, we'll want, after we do our third color before our white, we'll want plenty of time for it to dry before we get out some wet wipes. Some dried out wet wipes here that I have. I'm gonna kind of pull them apart like this. Yeah, and then we're gonna paint over it. We'll see. Again, not done this. Yeah, I'm gonna do the lines in the marble. Yep, that's the point. That's what I'm gonna do, Night Trap. Marshalls makes own ice cream. Oh no. It knows. 5 Marines for 60. Probably not Night Trap. If they... I think they would follow... It'd be Heresy pricing, which... How much are... Let's look up how much, like... Because Terminators are sold in boxes of... boxes of 6 at this point. Where are they? Okay, $69 for 6 Marines. Those are Terminator prices, so it'd probably be like that. And then your regular Power Armor Marines will probably be like Assault Marines. Those are about $70 for 10, so half the price or so. We won't get the nice $80 for 20 like the Tactical Marines, I doubt, but yeah. 70-ish for 10 models, 10 Power Armor models. Might be what. There's a hype train going on? What was that? I didn't even know there was a hype train. One gifted sub and it started a hype train. That's... Huh. $10 for 90 in older terms. Yeah, the older Terminators were $10 for $90, weren't they? Yeah. Okay, I think we're good to continue with this Dark Sea bin here. A little more lighter color and a little less black to show through, so all right, very nice. You rinse, and then we go to our next color, which is going to be emerald green, I believe. Sure enough, emerald green. Brighter Red or green here. I could probably go up to like green oxide if I really wanted to, but I don't think I want to go that bright. So we'll see. Pearl green is so vibrant. Just want to follow roughly where that dark sea bin hit. Yeah, now that I look at this, maybe I can go a shade brighter here. Yeah, we're gonna see if YouTube karate chops my stream again today. I don't know if anyone on YouTube, if the stream just cuts out or there's an issue with it, please let me know. Because I had to change my music. Because YouTube does not accept the lo-fi girl hip-hop beats as copyright-free music anymore. Yeah, I got a copyright strike. Yep. I had to, I appealed it, they denied it, and I had to take a 7-question quiz about their copyright terms of service to, for them to remove my strike in 90 days. So yeah, at the end of September, they'll remove my copyright strike, but yeah. If I didn't do the quiz, then the strike stays up forever, which is crazy. It's all AI generated. Is it really? I had no idea about that. Which is funny too, because you know AI just pulls stuff from other things and has no actual creativity. So I don't think it used to be AI generated. If it is now. Okay, we're going to go a little brighter. I want to go brighter with this. So we're going to grab this green oxide, I think is our natural place to move. I don't think... I mean, jade might be good. No, green oxide is just a little better. Oxide is a little more natural looking. All right. Same brush. Here with a brighter color. this color combination anyway. Or this green oxide on. Oh, and just to let you guys know, we are going to stream another tabletop game. I hope you guys enjoyed the tabletop stream Friday. We're doing it again this Friday, and Zen and I are going to play another game of Heresy. Because I have everything set up, and it just kind of natural for a couple hour stream. So... yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun playing games on stream and like having the whole setup and everything. Hey, Zen, what's going on? Okay, we'll try this out well. This brush is difficult to rinse. Okay. Next, the last part on the start this, thought the game was amazing. Good, good. Or fill it in today. What's next in the printing queue? Did you print everything from that, or are you able to figure out the stairs for that one piece? Yeah, you missed the stream. Yep. It's too bad, Cultured American. Too bad. Well, maybe this Friday. Okay, we're just using rich gold here. And all I want to do is... I just want to take a little ratty brush here. Big Hairy GM, welcome. Welcome, Honey Star, welcome. How are you guys doing? We're trying to do a little marble effect. My minis here, so we'll see. Dang, okay, okay, yeah. Noted, alright. Small parts that I have to print? Are you talking about like the obelisk things and stuff? Okay, we're just taking a little bit of gold. Because apparently that's a thing with marble. The guide I was looking at. Oh, yeah, that stuff, yeah. more gold on here. You know, none of this gold might show through. I don't know. Put it down anyway. Okay. We're going to give that a little bit of time to dry. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. I am using the dried out baby wipe method. That's what this is for. But what I have to do, I'm going to have to like wrap this tightly around these spots and then paint them. My understanding is they have to be like really like snug against the piece you're painting. So it might be strange to do that on this, but yeah, tightly is the key. All right. Yeah, because if they're moving around, it doesn't work. I'm also not going to airbrush it. I'm going to like stipple paint on it. So yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? Let's actually work on our bronze a little bit, because I kind of messed up these thrusters in the back, so. Zen, you ready to play another game of Heresy? We if there's something specific you want to bring, let me know. Like a specific model or unit or something. We'll make it happen. Terror Squad. You need painted. Yeah. Friday's pretty tight deadline. You have raptors? You have like actual raptors? We could bring raptors. You also have your Contakar Terminators that we could bring. Yeah, your Terminators. Yeah, here we go. All right. We'll try to remember your actual Legion rules this time. How's that sound? Yeah, I figure we'll stream our game, and then what might happen if I can make this work, we might stream our game and then at 2 o'clock just shuffle right over and do a watch along with the GW preview stream, because that starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. Seems like there's a lot of stuff going to be announced, so all day TPD. Yeah. Your friend from the last game on Twitch? Yeah, my friend is it's Zendril27 on Twitch. Yep. He's the dude. My IRL friend and head mod here, and the one that got me into streaming on Twitch, so I guess streaming in the first place. Head mod without the head mod badge. Is there a badge for that? I don't even know if there's a badge for that. It's a hammer? Oh, that's pretty funny, actually. Yeah. His friend cheese. Alright, yeah, okay. Also, you can add and remove mods. Do I give you that authority? Do everything to Zen. Yep. That's right. That is right, Culture American. He swindled me into streaming. I showed him a mini I paint. He's like, "Oh, cool. How did you paint that?" He's like, It's like, He's like, "I want to see how you paint that mini." And he's like, "You should make an account on Twitch and just stream on Twitch."
I believe every day's a good day when you paint.
Hey, Tuvon. Thank you so much for the sub. 29 months in a row. Wild. Good morning to you. Reader of TPD and... No. We can't do that. Try this. All right. A little bit. Give that paint some time to dry. Let's do this. Something I should do. Make sure this is done right. I feel like I should cut this one up a little bit. Okay. Try any AK 3rd Gen. Yeah, the one AK 3rd Gen paint I've tried is the clear red, which was a nice color, but it was a horrible paint. It was what I used to use for the red on my Thousand Suns, and this Storm Eagle is actually the first mini that does not use that AK paint. The first mini in like a couple years. There is currently 15%. 4 hours left before it dies. Yeah. Working on Dark Eldar. Nice. Okay. So... see if I can't get this. Good state. Like that would look really good. Gently now? Yeah. Okay. And let's try this. Is this... let's get something a little different. And we're just gonna go some pure bold titanium white. What we're doing. Feel like yeah, it'll run under. Yeah. Some of the excess here. If I get some on the red, that's just the cost of doing business here. It's tight. Sorry, I gotta do this off screen here for a second.
Stay on target.
Hold on. Chill. Quality stream. Get out of here. Get out. Brush paint, keep hearing it's pain to airbrush. Yeah, I've only used their clear red. That's the only paint. I don't have like easy availability to it. There is one store locally that sells AK, but it's not a store that I care to frequent, so leave the wipe on until it dries. Okay. It's gonna play Orcs Reckoners first game. Oh, nice. And this is your first game of 10th, right? Not your first game, period. The new 11th? Like what you see. Very nice. I imagine I'll be playing 11th eventually. Yeah, I didn't get the Armageddon set or anything. And okay, 11th, yeah. The more the more I see with like what's coming out for other games, the kind of happier I am with my decision not to go ahead and get the 11th edition set. Okay, yeah, you've been playing since 8th. All right, sense. Split it. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I want to give this. I want to dry this before I start doing everything else to see if we can adjust a bit if things aren't how I like them. Yeah, I'm excited for Heresy stuff. We got a big announcement stream on Friday that, you know, more Heresy stuff. But the Mark IV armor is something I've been waiting for years, for updated Mark IV. That's been a huge thing I've been wanting to collect. So Mark V will be fun whenever it comes out, you know, but like Mark IV is the one. And I really like the look of the armor. I like how they did it. Even though it doesn't have a lot of bonding studs in the armor, but that's okay. Build one model for both Orcs and Dark Angels, regardless of what I play. Whichever one's easier. Probably Dark Angels, yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine Dark Angels are a little quicker to paint, too, than Orcs. Okay, I think we're dry. Woman of Troop. Not very good looking. It's actually quite crappy looking. Yeah, I don't think you have to zoom in to see that that's not very good looking. Okay, so what happened was, I think, the way this pulled apart wasn't like good enough. I don't know. It was just kind of catching everything. You want more like strands, like thick strands here. No, I'm not pivoting yet. Let's don't do that quick. I'm gonna try to make this work. So just like immediately, he's like, let's just give up. Yeah. 5 mandrakes to build, nice. Yeah, but like you want... more like this kind of spider web design, but just don't make baby wipes like they used to. Yeah, it's definitely not what I wanted. That's definitely not. little tubes. We'll start painting some Armageddon orcs. Find a scheme we can both do. It looks good. Oh, nice, nice. My son and I were messing with that with his salamanders. We found a scheme we could both paint and look good. She likes to complicate them, yeah. My son likes to paint like every color of the rainbow on every mini. See, it's like these like wide strands that are an issue. Tighten it. I won't quite tighten. Let's get another. I'm gonna pull this one apart. Base. Also ends up being kind of a strange angle. And if I want to pull it taut, since it's not like a base, when you're painting bases it's really easy because you know, you wrap the fiber on the base, and if you twist it, it'll pull it taut on every side, and so it kind of spreads out everything. And this one, if I do this, it pulls it taut specifically in one direction. That makes it more difficult to deal with. And I think maybe the key is we just do one side at a time. I pull this down like this, then I try this. Hey, John Lockridge, how you doing? Yeah, Father's Day was really good. I know that's not tight enough. Like once you get some paint on it. Okay, we'll give this a minute to dry and we'll try this. See if that worked. Salamanders are very innocent, yeah. Poor Eldar kids. There's an important lesson to learn that no matter how benevolent or helpful a certain aspect of the Imperium seems. The Imperium is evil, right? There's a hobby time on Sunday. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm going to be working on this Storm Eagle this week on stream, but then off stream I have more Tauntaun riders to paint. So, are divided into clans. So I've seen different colors. That's really cool. Yeah, that's I think it's a great way to do it. Like Imperial Guard, right? Like you have different aspects have different color schemes, right? Because it's like different regiments working together. It's harder to. I can't type, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I type like a toddler when I'm in Twitch chat. So, yeah, in like 40k, it's harder to get that sense of scale because when you just have like a bunch of squads from different clans working together, it doesn't quite get the effect of like, look, all the different orc clans are present. But like, when you play a larger scale game or something, like having whole groups of infantry units as different regiments or clans or whatever, it makes more sense. Yeah, my family, your wife's getting into hobbying. Oh, nice. She gonna start collecting minis? My Father's Day, we actually went to a state park and we were hiking and went to see some caves and waterfalls and stuff, and really cool. Not something we've ever really done as a family, so we figured we would try it out. Okay, paint is dry. Let's take a look. No, still looks like crap. Is there anybody who has done this technique who has some advice or a way you do this? Because I have read and heard about and watched people do this on the internet, but I have never once seen someone do this. Yeah, so this is that's what we got. Do not like it. This is definitely a failure, both of these. Yeah, so I'm working on the marble look. It's not tight enough against the mini. I can't get this any tighter on the mini. I don't think I can do a good job with the glazing technique though. I don't think it looks natural. I think this looks way more natural if you get this down. So I specifically didn't want to use the like an airbrush for this, and every guide I found was not using an airbrush. Something your wife's gonna collect like a fantasy faction and go play the old world. You've only ever seen an airbrush? Yeah, all the guys I found were non-airbrush. Marble. I'm looking for like a marble finish. So I did kind of the start here, but then the rest of it is just not looking good. No, I didn't do this on the shoulders. No, I have never done this before. I have, like, wet wipes. I think they're actually wet wipe branded wet wipes. They're just dried out. So, that's a half a 1. Your son does it on his bases for a marble look? Okay. The Terminator's easier to build. Alright, I guess you got your answer. I have a different wipe. This wipe was like, this was like a Clorox wipe that I grabbed too and dried out, but this is much more difficult to pull apart. Yeah, wood elves, there you go. Wood elves are high elves. Painter's tape? Yeah, I got painter's tape. Well, I tried it with a less paint on the brush, and it was this side. And then more paint was this side. Yeah, makeup sponge. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah. I have makeup sponges I can use. So I got sponges. Well, I have my own makeup sponges. I don't even know if my wife uses makeup sponges. 100% airbrush. Yeah, I'm not gonna airbrush it because I don't want to like. I don't want to have to mask this whole mini just to do this like one thing. Like I'm not gonna go through that kind of effort. Try a test piece. Yeah, I mean these are my test pieces at this point. I can always reapply this color too. It's not the end of the world. But let's try if we try the underside of this. Yeah, so I think one of my issues is I can't get this cloth to stay tight enough. Because it's going to pull at a weird angle regardless. I mean, I could just pull out a spare base and we could mess with it. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. A second. Here. Got a random base laying around. Random base. And let's go through this process. And down a little bit on the wet palette. It's fine. Yeah, I don't think an airbrush is necessary. Quickly, lightly brushed over, not dry brushing. Okay, okay. You just like stipple it, right? You just do it lightly. Why would I tape the mini Cultured American? I don't care about going over the red at this point. My one issue is just like trying to make the actual effect work. I can touch up the red, that's no problem. That's easy to touch up. Anything? Oh yeah, okay, okay. Tape the cloth to the mini, yeah. You're actually saying brush it over. Yeah, it's so then if I'm able to brush this over, I think my main problem is just getting the cloth tight enough. Okay, paint, you can dry any day now. Dampen the cloth a bit. Dampen it before I stretch it out? Is that what you're saying? Let me try it in this little bit. Let's see. It's still pretty dry. I don't know if that's... Yeah, the damp cloth might be the way to go. And then you just have to, like, if I take this, hold on, let me see here. It's pulled taut. It was dampened. Okay. That works. Too much paint. Okay, too much paint at that point. Alright. It's still stinking wet. Well, useless base. Okay. Let's dampen the cloth. Yeah, I figured like once it's kind of like figured out, let's pull it. Something like this. Now, should I let this dry out at that point after I stretch it, or? Paint now with a light amount of paint. Right. To hold it taut, let's just put it on my finger here. Put a little more paint down. But less paint. And like that. I think we're good. Using the finger to test here. Let's see. Yep. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's definitely better. Let's get in the lines we want. Hold on. Close up, out of the light. Yeah, okay. So keep it damp. Yeah, okay. I think we got something worth trying here. So let's try. This is still even stupid dry, stupid space, stupid paint. Let's try it. Now the key is to get this like taut, right? We're gonna try it on this wing down here. Stupid sexy Flanders. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. Okay. Damp cloth. All right. So it's still damp. Might not be taut enough. Getting down into some of this area that I should. Okay. Let's see, was that enough? Okay, that wasn't nearly enough, but what I could probably do is I could probably go over this again with this damp cloth. Because that looks better already. I know it's kind of far away. I can't... this particular lens I have going here is not good for close-ups. About as tight as I'll get that. Okay. Something like this. Yeah, build. Yeah, use darker colors and then kind of move it up, yeah. Trying to accomplish, yeah. Dangerous quitters. Oh man. Yeah. Eh, that's not any better. It did not help. So that's where we got. So I'm ending up with like, I guess it looks a little better on camera. I don't think it quite looks where I want it to. Person. Yeah, so take like a light gray and go over it, then take a white and go over it like a second time. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, this whole thing is going to be an issue too because these are weird angles. Can't get the bottom sit tightly. Back and forth between dark and light, more varied result. Yeah, that's true. I think the white on its own is looking pretty good though. Like it adds a good variety with the way you're forced to kind of add a little bit of paint at a time. Terrible. Overall, it's pretty bad though. Try less stretch of the fabric. Okay. We're just gonna keep testing on these things until we're really less stretch. Okay. So what I'll have to end up doing is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pull it down. I can't get the underside like this yet, but if I stretch this, let's see here, pull it up on itself. I can't have that. Probably get some semblance here. Okay. Damp fabric, less stretching, less pressure on the paint. Hey, LOL Canoe, welcome in. Yeah, we're messing with Marblam, trying and failing so far. But is that like an appropriate stretch on this? It feels like way too little. Yeah, learning. Yep. Looks good from here. Okay. The accidents. Yep. And I have a problem keeping this. Okay. So it's on here like this. And we're going to take our sponge. Right? We'll get We want less paint on the sponge. And then we very lightly go over it, right? I feel like that's just not enough white paint, though. Like, we're not going to get marble, we're going to get blue with some white. Stop? Okay. Alright. And then what do I do? What do I do here? Smago, what's up? How you doing? Okay, 15 seconds. It's been 15 seconds. We'll lift the piece off. Okay. So now what I have here is there's like not much white on here at all. Am I doing a second coat on here? What am I doing from here? And I'm glad I watched like 4 videos for this guide. Might just be the camera angle, okay. Pulling the spine across the fabric. No, I'm not. No. I'm just dabbing straight up and down. Yeah, just dabbing the brush on. Like closer. Now, would a second pass be good for this one? Should save me some struggle later. Yeah, okay, go for a second pass. Alright. Shall try a second pass. Let's see. Okay. Got everything. I'm going to wait a few seconds. Sitting hopeful. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that did close to nothing more. So I think I need to stretch the fabric more. I think that's something that needs to happen, but I think that combined with some of the other... Hold on, before I do that, this guy finally dried. Let's see if I can't just... This will be my rough test here. Let that dry a little more, just see if we can't get the color moving. No, I want to achieve white marble with dark lines. That's what I'm wanting to achieve. Yeah, which is great. I've been here the whole time and I'm obviously not accomplishing that. Found Scotch Brite pads work better than baby whites if you've got them. For fiber structure when you open them up. Interesting. Okay, the hand pads. I'm not familiar with that brand, so or that familiar Scotch the brand, but not the hand pads. So let me see. Like sanding pads? Oh, they're like little scouring pads. Oh, okay, okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, the goal for the marble is to be mostly white. With the darker greens underneath. Yeah, I have some Sincera base. That's what I'm just painting this one black to test it. I have a base on the end of a little paint handle, which I'll actually end up pulling off because I'll paint the base white. Well, that's so painting the base white is the opposite of like every guide I saw. But I will get a base. Another base and we'll paint it white. Let's see if I just find a random base sitting around. Yeah, it's a little derpy, but I'll paint a base white. Why not? So, you're saying paint this whole base white. Testing this on bases should have been my first step anyway, instead of just testing it on the model. But let that dry for a minute, maybe do a second coat or something. Yeah, it's just practicing to figure it out. I could just for fun, we could just put a couple colors on here. Just to give us an idea. This is kind of a rough version of what we just did. It's a little bit of emerald green. Give that a couple minutes to dry. The side. With half stretch. So are you saying with that statement there that I stretch the fabric over the white and then dab on black paint? That's what you're saying? Just want to make sure I'm clear, because again, that's like the opposite of everything I've seen. Okay. And you said that could put lines on there. Never able to get right was the gray base with a rattle can through the stretched pad. Adding some detail with gold and green. Okay, and you added detail afterward. They give you black. Well, I mean, we say that, but then, you know, with all my results so far, I'm not getting the white marble with black lines doing it the other way. So to the vinyl sticker stuff, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, ultimately, like, just painting on marble lines might just be easier than trying to get this to work on weird surfaces. So we have a base with some that emerald is a gloss. It's a satin paint, so it has more of a glossy finish. But we're gonna try this. We're gonna do what we were doing. Okay, we're gonna get this damp. I'm going to stretch it out a bit more. I think I need to be able to get the paint in between here. I think something like that should work. Then what I had seen people do, take this, twist it, and it becomes really tight. that. Now it's not going anywhere. Take our sponge. Get a lot of the paint off. Let's see. This is what I should have been doing at the start, honestly, guys, is testing it this way. But I'm an idiot, and just like painting my minis, so... Okay. And I think... Yes, we'll see. We'll see what we got here. Okay, we ready? Really cool once you get it, and it becomes easy. Yeah. yes, I'm an idiot. All right. Okay, so it's still not stretched enough. So I think that's the problem there. It's just it's not stretched out nearly enough. Right here. It's okay. That's all right. This, I can be a little self-depreciating. Nothing wrong with that. That's like really taut. Over this pretty heavy. Right. Worst crit, yeah, that's fair, yeah. Okay, are we ready to see this one? Let's try. Let's see. Second coat here. And again, this is like it's. Let it dry a little more. Okay, all right, I'll let it dry a little more. And the biggest issue on here is just getting the cloth tight enough around the wings. Here's and toes crossed. Not great. Don't like it. Do not like it. So are we... I'll get a third coat of white on this, third thin coat here, and see if I can't try a technique with this. Yeah, and maybe it's the cloth, you know, that I'm using is just not helping. There's, yeah, like paint consistency, the amount of paint, how, I guess, much force I'm using when I'm actually painting. Maybe it's my specific paint. My Pro Acryl Bold Titanium White has let me down. I don't know. It could be a number of things. All right, Chipper Phoenix, have a good one. Yeah, that's just not, it's not working for me that particular way. There's something here that's yeah, and maybe it is just about like hand painting it. So if I did, let's see, what could I do? I should just get some more bases and we should just test some stuff. 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's try some different techniques here. Because what might be happening is, on top of everything else, not being able to get the wet wipe taut on the mini is an issue. So I have 3 bases. We're just gonna start with a dark gray. Let's do paint source doing Presley Field. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, let's just get a random large brush here. try to see if I can't stipple up our white, or marble white, and then use really thinned colors to just manually put in the darker areas in the marble. Well, that's not quite as fun as grabbing a wet wipe and, you know, doing all kinds of fun stuff like that. It might just be you. Give that stuff a minute to dry. Sea sponges give amazing effects. If I didn't want marble, yeah, okay. So I've transitioned here. We decided to test on some bases. This was my test on a base, and I wasn't happy with it. So I'm moving on to try a different way to paint marble, and that's just going to be manually painting in the lines with I'm going to start from a dark gray base. I'm going to build up like with stippling into like a, you know, my white, light grays and whites, and then I'm going to manually just kind of paint the lines. Kind of following this my second chat. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I see so many people doing this technique, and all of them are like, yeah, use wet wipe, you just cover it and you spray it, and like spraying with an airbrush. And I've noticed that when people spray with an airbrush, when they put the cloth over top, if it's not flush against the mini, like it's not pulled taut over the mini, it's just pulled tight where it doesn't move, and they do a single pass with an airbrush or a couple passes with an airbrush, you get the nice kind of like faded lines. Otherwise, like I've seen people do it with a brush and it looks incredible, but like I don't know, I feel like I'm following some guides and it's not turning out the same. So okay, we did dark warm gray. I'm gonna move up to gray. You know, I'm gonna go straight into bright neutral gray and just try to go light, because I want this to be really light. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right though. Yeah, maybe one of these days, if I start from a particular color, you know, and like I have a lot of that mini finished already, and I don't want to continue on like messing things up anyway. But you know, in the future, I want to mess with that. There's some things I can do to practice. So okay. I'm going to grab some of this color. I'll make sure some of this paint's off. I do want this color to be a little more prevalent, but this is going to be on textured surfaces, so is for the variation, right? See what we can do. This week's a practice trial and error. My homework this week is to finish some Star Wars Legion minis before I. But yeah, no, practicing on bases seems like a good idea. I have 1,000 empty bases I can practice on. That one a little less. See if we keep a little more rough, and then this one will go. Put a lot on here. See if just going for a whole bunch, and that that dark neutral or dark warm gray is a little dark, just or a little wet, so it's blending in a little bit, which I guess is good, right? It's kind of what you want. I need 70 or more bases? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, maybe I will mess around with this some when I got some time in the evenings. I'm gonna be, like I said, I have a squad of Tauntaun, just 2 of them. But I have a Legion game on Sunday for my league, so I'm gonna try to get them painted. Okay. Second stippling coat with this. Move up to white. The key for this, for me, is for it to be a very light color with the dark lines. Like that's how I want this color to interact, because I want it to look similar to the white that's on the rest of my Thousand Suns, but it needs to it's just got to be fancier, right? This one not blended as much. Ones. Played in weird directions, stood back. Oh yeah, it's a good lightning effect. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. A really thin, really thin wire. That's solid. Something like that. That's what I want to go real right. Just getting it. moving a little too quick to get, I think, like a true image of everything, but oh yeah, doing the toothbrush for like stars and stuff. Nice. Give these a minute to dry. Get an idea. We'll do more. Yeah, I've done that. I painted an army for someone a year and a half ago. It was a Berserker World Eater's army, and I did that with a lot of blood, and it was a lot of fun. I've also done that for like star patterns. I have a Magnus the Red I painted, a 30k version. And Stream actually came up with the idea to paint the inside of his cloak like a starscape kind of thing. So we did that, and it was a ton of fun. It looked really cool. And I'm still super proud of that mini. It's somewhere on maybe on Instagram, I think. We want to go lighter than this, so we're going to keep stippling. Oh yeah, for Slaanesh, yeah, that's cool. Do this stippling and we just kind of blend it in on itself. Like that gets, I think that gets about where we want it. And we have the variation color there. Let's see what we can do with this one. It's not blending it in on itself as much. This one we're using more paint. Yeah, I think this stippling can work as like a base. Like that just... So we got that. This was the one I didn't like blend the stipple into itself too much. It looks more patchy, I think, in person. Similar to the granite. Yeah, and this is... I think that paint didn't quite fully dry in the middle there. I'm moving too quick. But yeah, I think the stipple with like kind of working it in on itself. Dark gray, light gray, white. Stipple, you drench a wash over it and dap it off with the paint. Well, let's try that. Let's try that. What color wash do you use? What do you think is appropriate? Does the wash stick around, you say, when you like... when you kind of dap it off? Is that the idea? I'll do that on one of these. Black or brown? probably black for this one. Okay, so we'll get a black wash out and we'll try it. All right, we'll do a black wash on there. I'll put you guys up. I will use, I'll do black, and I'll also do the dark sea bin that we were using to see if either of those make an interesting color. Cerastus with Starscape patterns? Yeah, that'd be sweet. There you go. Yeah, you're not going to pay for a Cerastus? That's fair. Just wait to see what they announce on Friday. Maybe like a Warhound or something. And do you let it sit for a moment, or what do you do? Just put a whole bunch of wash and then just take it off where you want? Do you go off, take it off everything? What kind of dapping we doing here? Well, let's try our wash technique. Black paint down and see if we can't technique move it a little bit. 30 seconds to a minute. Usually do like 10 base at a time, so you drench them one at a time. Okay. All right. Well, let's try it. Do you use Nuln Oil or do you use a different wash? I'll do another one while I wait for you to respond, because I won't make you do that. It like rush that much. Okay, I'm going to some flow improver, thin out that dark sea bin first, then we're gonna try this base. Not quite sure, like, I see just one guide I found, they're just kind of putting lines. Krill, same results with both. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try that for a moment. Lines are all kind of samesies. Back to that in a moment. Alright, Pro Curl Black Wash. Testing on... Yeah, we'll test on this one. Put a lot on here, assume. I tend to get very comfortable with what I do, and I don't try a lot of new things, so it's good. It's a learning day. Yes, what I need to do... Said he floods the base. Oh, they posted a rules thing for Zone Mortalis. I'm excited. We have a Zone Mortalis event coming out at the end of July, so it's a perfect timing for release. Okay, you think I'm good? Do I do it? Then I just dab up. Is that... I don't know, it looks just kind of black. I guess it's got... yeah, okay, I can see the granite property a bit. I could probably let it dry a little longer. Yeah, that could dry a little longer, but I can see that. So, heavier dab on some of these spots. Okay, alright. I think with this... so... This is something that intrigues me here, because I can definitely do stuff like this, but show you guys just a quick... this is the dark sea bin. The paint is too solid. It needs to be more like a glaze. So we're going to put more thinner down. Yeah, we're going to thin that paint a lot. And here's what we're going to do, Cultured. We're going to take your base. Yeah. I am too. I'm like that too, so it's fine. We're going to take this thinner paint. Let's just see how thin is this, because... yeah, we don't want it to be too dark, so... Alright, we can do this. We can do this. We tried on this. We could also do this with... use this to try our black here. Yeah. When I'm like painting an army, I keep notes of what I'm doing, but yeah, individual minis or just like a squad or whatever, it's just kind of whatever.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
You just watch other streams make hot takes about their opinions. Yeah, yeah. Somehow you get your opinions remarkably incorrect. And we do like a second coat here on some of this. As much as I want to like that sponge technique, and I know this isn't quite as random, but I think this one is just the one for me. Let's course correct here a little bit. Just bases, right? The lines are too even. I don't like how they're all facing the same way, but I've seen a lot where they face the same way, so... I mean, you just need to look up pictures of marble. Yeah, okay, let's try some different, like, streak patterns here. Because there's one thing to be said about it all kind of facing the same way here, but we're going to try it facing different ways. We're going to, yeah, mess with the pattern. And I just Googled marble and looked up images, and there's different ideas there. So really thin down black. It's difficult, Honey Star. It is definitely something like new to me. So, yeah, we're trying lots of different techniques. What I can do, I can some of this C-Ben. You know, that actually makes me wonder if I wanted to do this, if I take this dark C-Ben and use it as one of my, like, my base color or my stippling color, if that'll show up a little bit in the background, right? So that is like a second highlight. That's pretty nice. I need finer lines though. Alright, so something like this. How is this for a marble? Was lines too dark? Is that one of my issues? Is it like getting there? It's better than this. Definitely better than that. We're in the spirit of trying, so we're gonna keep moving on some things. I'm gonna try to get some more interesting colors back here. So we're gonna cover this. We're gonna cover with dark C-Ben. Maybe if we're stippling up, we get some of this color through. So on this one too, I can try something else. I have another idea. Just coats of paint. All the coats of paint. I do think one coat of that really thinned black, like almost glaze, is enough for our marble effect. With maybe a couple little spots getting a second coat. Glaze it with white one more time. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, all right. Let's do that. A little white glaze here. Put that down. Cool. Get a legit glaze going. We'll actually use some glaze and wash medium. Little bit of flow improver. Yeah, I could. I can definitely let's get glaze. Yeah. I don't like using tape. If I can help it. I have really bad like history using tape and then just like peeling paint off my Mini. And that's, you know, even if I varnish it and everything, so I try to avoid using tape if I can. Okay. White glaze over the thing. Yeah, painter's tape. Yep. Even painter's tape. Put it on your shirt a few times. That's a good idea. Okay. I'm glad I'm recording this process because I don't remember any of this. Yeah, sticking the tape on other things first is a really good idea. Well then, that's something else to try. Even if this is the technique that I use where I'm painting the stripes, like stippling and stuff is going to be messy anyway, so then just painting the, or using the tape anyway. I have such bad luck with tape. Dark Eldar doesn't come with a soul trap. Get bashing leftover mandrake. Energy to rep 1. What does this soul trap do anymore in 10th/11th edition? I didn't even know they still had rules for it. Do they still have that one? No, they come with the new Archon, don't they? Is that what they come with anymore? I don't remember what they're... They had a really good combat patrol. Oh, there's a... Is it all homunculus units? What? What is that nonsense? So attack +1 strength, okay. Huh. I didn't realize the combat patrol was all Coven stuff. Oh, if you kill with it, you get +1 attack, +1 strength. Okay. Does that stack? Oh, new Archon comes with a soul trap. Okay. A new Archon mini's nice looking, though. It's good they got rid of the old one. Okay, it does stack. Alright. Nah, that's not bad. Then I think you're getting that mixed up. Yeah. Okay, just march it. Or stripe pin tape. Interesting. No, I've not messed with like car tape. No, I haven't, Troy. Come on, base is dry. Do the paint on pool. Yeah. Yeah, my issue is when I pull the tape up, it pulls up paint with it. Even if I, prime and varnish and do all this stuff, it just happens to, I don't know, settles or something. Maybe the thing that doesn't look quite right about this one is that there's too much stripes and things in here. fun afternoon. Now my paint decides to take ages to dry. You know, I could. Just for funsies, let's see. Try this black wash and we'll time it more. See if we can't get an interesting result out of that. I have the wash on my base, so. Like my Instagram feed. Don't get Zen started on Instagram feeds. He has the most unhinged things. Yeah, so I'm going to be painting tomorrow and Wednesday on stream, and then, or tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know what days. Friday, Zen's going to come over. We're going to play a game of Horus Heresy on stream. And then immediately after that, we're going to tune in and do a watch along with the GW preview stream. So we're going to try to, watch together. And what I like to do when we do those kinds of streams is I'll turn my mic off. And we'll just chat, like type in chat, and we'll talk about it in chat, because I don't like to interrupt what they're saying and talk over the announcers and stuff. So but yeah, that might be an hour and a half or 2 hour thing anyway. So oh wait, what are we waiting on? Hey Killer Cam, what's going on, man? Ooh, and whips. Okay. All right. Yes. The weathered armiger. Nice. Oh, that's jade, right? You're using the jade colors? That's so good. No, the weathering looks incredible. Yeah, I was checking in on through the stream, and yeah, your oil wash turned out incredible. Yeah. All that just turned out fantastic. So is this mini done, aside from basing? Like, it's good? I thought you were posting some marbling tips? No. Showing off his own work here. Okay. What we're going to do, I'm going to get some of this light, bright neutral gray. Go right in here. This brush. Stipple through here. Oil is after the first layer cures. Okay. this is bright neutral gray. And we're going to get white after this. A layer of this on here. And we're going to see if any of that jade kind of, or that dark sebum shows through. And what I'm going to do on the other base, we're going to do a different color. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot about this also. Does it work now? Oh, hey, it kind of does. Dabbing it up? Nah. Tried too much. Wasn't paying attention. Oh well. Oh, your Hiles looks so good. The jade and white is a great color scheme on Hiles. Nasty. And the other color, let's see how far we can take this this kind of green undertone, I guess. Of green oxide here. We're going to see if putting white over this, and what I'll do, we'll put it on kind of thin. Like that. Okay. So we did a gray and we did a green. We'll let those dry and then we'll get the white on after and see how the white looks over both of those. Should I add some Morax Knights? Yeah. Look at me! Yeah. Oh, the Morax Knights are insane too. They have like the craziest melee weapon. Just throw my brush, no big deal. Whips 2 on? Alright, absolutely. One moment. It needs more. Oh, Tuvon. Yeah, there he is. Oh, okay, you have the old school Archon. Oh, I gotcha. Alright. Oh, and he has a weird magic arm. That's cool. That's his soul trap, is the like Mandrake arm. To dry. This is definitely something to be a little more zoomed in on, but I'd have to replace the whole lens. I have 10 of the old metal mandrakes. So if I were to jump back into 40k and continue collecting Dark Eldar and 20 mandrakes were going to be really good, then I would buy another box. But I like the old Mandrake models too. I think they've always been great. Alrighty, this is a bunch of satin paint, isn't it? That's why it's all shiny. Alright. I was actually thinking this Friday, if they're doing Mechanicum stuff, what is it? A Morax Knight might be a really good really good model to release. Because they're an armiger, right? They just have like a claw hand and like a different weapon. Cast ones and 10 new ones. Dang. Yeah. I have actual metal ones. I got them right when they released back in like 2010. Or Failcast was ever a thing. On the Volkite gun. Yeah, but man, that gun, or the claw is so strong. And you give him like double claw too, right? Like, minus any Titan weapons, I think it's like the strongest melee weapon you can get. Okay, let's get this guy. Let's see. Does the emerald underneath this work well? And I kind of like it so far. We do this, and then our black lines, I think we're on to something. I use the black lines sparingly. Okay. So here's the two. This was with the emerald, or green oxide. Sorry, green oxide as a first stipple coat. This was as with the bright neutral gray. I think the green oxide is a good color for that. And then I think we just take our black here. Yeah, I also think the green looks the best. Be a little too thin, but I think it's a good place to start. And if we're a little more sparing on our black, something like that, it's all right. Yeah, no problem, Raja. You have a good one. I think we're gonna do just a little more. Tiny bit of gold in there because that's what we do, and then a glaze. Let's try it. It's way too strong. Yes. Stronger. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay. Each attempt looks better. I think that's good. There's a lot more I can do to work on this, I'm sure. But comparing those two. All right. Well, I guess tomorrow, maybe we continue on. I don't know if we test, but maybe we highlight some other stuff. We kind of reset those wing parts that we were doing the marbling on, and then we kind of start working from there. But I think we do our other highlights on the mini. Get a lot of it finished, and then we go back to the difficult stuff. I have a bunch of magnetized weapons here that I need to work on as well, and yeah, lots of different things to do. But I'm going to call the stream there today. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, and it's Eastern Daylight Time. And we'll be back, and we're going to be working on the Storm Eagle some more. So you guys have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Blue Raja, Culture American, Tuvon, Philocam, Callus, Troy, thank you guys. Zen, have a wonderful day. Culture American, said your name already, but you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, Frankie Fingers.